All right.
Make sure all this is on. Turn it on.
It's not.
Yeah. So how do you turn it on?
Power.
Okay.
And then you start recording video, as long as you got it on video, because if it's on camera, it'll take a picture, but not with that button. The button for the camera's on top. That's right, Big Thicket. Got down here a little late, running out of daylight. Just gonna see what we might bump into. Click or two, walk back in here. Trying out my new gimbal to see if this, with my iPhone, to see if this is gonna give us better video quality without all the wiggling.
Should we scan the trail?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find a place left or right to look out and just show the people how thick it is. You can see how thick that is going back in there.
Deep in the bush.
It's just real thick. I'm gonna go slow sideways pan here. So again, we're in Big Thicket National Park. It is Saturday, I think it's the 25th of July, 2020. And, ooh, man, is that dark back in there? Look at that. And that's not even a tree, that's just like some thick brush. It is thick here. And we're in a section called Big Sandy. Something along those lines. Big Sandy Thicket. In the northwest corner of the park. Earlier today we were in the northeast corner of the park. Mosquitoes getting me, sorry. I just smacked the... Yep, the two northernmost points. We did the southern points yesterday. One of the southernmost is Beaumont, basically. So that's pretty built up. We didn't really do a lot down there other than provision up. And then we came up kind of in the central area and did spend some time in Turkey Creek today. And now, again, this is Big Sandy. And then tonight, after this...
Audio's on this, right?
Should be. It's plugged in, right? And there's a white light on the top. Look on that. That's the white lights on.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, yesterday when we were fishing, I set that camera up and we did not get any, didn't get much because of the audio not being turned on. Your brainiac here. Well, and I got a bunch of new equipment, so got to work the hiccups out, but hopefully my subscribers and viewers are going to appreciate the content that's yet to come, because again, I've upgraded some of the technology to try to get better audio, better video. And I'm going to be trying to go to places like this, like really out of the way remote places. All right, let me see if I can't figure out how to zoom in. Nope, it's not letting me. There's a deer on our path way up ahead. I'm going to try to... Come on. Don't overreact. It's right there on the end of our path. So I'm going to try to see how close we can get to it. Oh, it's moving. It just took off. There went its tail. Oh well, it was worth it. We got a little footage. Oh, it stopped. It's looking back at us. The good news is, if there's a deer there, there's probably no predators too far away or too near. Because he seems pretty calm other than us. His attention's on us. Of course, we are talking in the woods, and it is feeding time. What, did you hear him? He snorted at us.
Yep.
Oh man, I hope that mic picked that up.
I have it on.
That was cool, but you were aiming it at him too. He snorted.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was cool. Unless that was just him skidding in the dirt.
Skid mark. We can get traction when we get up there.
Yeah. Cool.
Going deep in the bush. I want to see the tracks up here. It's super fresh. This is so thick, you can legit only see maybe 4 feet in the bush on my side. That's just so thick. It's a wall of vegetation. Literally.
But that's the second or third deer we've seen. Well, we saw some deer. We got pine cones. We got...
Hunters' earmuffs.
Yep, earplugs from somebody
Right there.
left on the trail. There's where he was. Let me see if I can't. Oops, we turned it the wrong way. Let's look down at these tracks. There you can see where he skidded and turned around. Let's see if there's any more. Because then he busted off here to the right.
Now where'd he go in though? Maybe right there? No.
Look for tracks. Should be able to see something turning or sideways because he was.
Well, probably only when he changed direction.
Yep. All right. Well, let's not turn that all the way back. Let's go the other way with this. All right. Smell that?
Cricket right there.
Yeah, it smells like urine. That's a tree frog, I think. But I smell a strong smell of urine. I wonder if he marked. It smells a little bit like deer urine. I wonder if he marked right before he left. Because he came up here and then he bolted right, but I'm not seeing where he turned. I think we're past that now. But that was a strong pee smell back there. I will say this, other than a few chirping birds or frogs, it's pretty quiet back here. If something were to scream or roar right now, I have a feeling I would also leave some urine in my pants. Amongst other bodily functions if I were to be so terrified. I've never seen these creatures before down here. And I don't know if they look the same. But there has been a fire here. You can see
Definitely a game trail.
burnt
Burnt footage.
again.
Deep in the bush.
I wonder if that deer will be back when we turn around. We shouldn't go much farther probably, only because of daylight.
Oh no, we're good.
And the park,
I would like to keep moving north for approximately 7 more minutes.
All right, we'll go 7 more minutes. Try to kind of walk
That'll give us
faster this
20
way.
minutes to exit.
Good, in case we want to stop and
Vacate stage left.
man, is it thick. I mean, I now know why they call this place the Big Thicket. That's not to say that places in Northern California where I've been aren't thick, or Pennsylvania. When you got a good overgrowth woods with a strong understory, but it just seems like there's more prickers here than anywhere I've been, but who knows? Just an observation right now. Another little area.
A little bit.
Not yet. I'm gonna get down to this intersection. Looks like there's a confluence of paths up ahead. I think it was an airplane. It's weird, even in Washington State, when I've been out listening, I often can hear the distant planes in the sky, and of course with a hurricane going by right now, and we're getting these different bands. I could be hearing some thunder. In terms of, for those of you that know what infrasound is, the infrasound piece, I'm always listening for like really low growls or really low sounds, or sounds that I feel rather than hear, which sometimes can be attributed to the infrasound, but can also be just hearing things. I hear some chirps, but you get that sense that something's watching. No, there's a game trail, buddy, right there. That's it. That's where you'd see deer and other things going in and out. And this piece, you can see that's been cut, but this taller one, yeah, maybe cut. But a little game trail there. And I try to look near the game trail for something where something bigger would have come through, because again, I don't think that they actually follow the game trails on the trails. I think that they flank the game trails, but that's just my hypothesis at this point. And of course we're on a man-made trail, so they're not going to be on this until after dark. If they were, they might cross it, but a lot of people will go out and do night walks, because again, the lack of violent attacks typically will allow people to, there's another way in there that goes back in. But again, as I pan left, you can see how thick, like just the dead overhang stuff is. And right now I'm not seeing them, but earlier there's like spiders everywhere. But anyways, people will walk roads like this at night, hoping for a Bigfoot to, follow them on the, beside them. They'll stop walking. They'll hear that extra step, and for some people, that's the piece that they want, so that they know that we're not alone. For me, I just want more answers. I'd love to be able to communicate with these things directly, indirectly. If there's some weird time that we're living in now where our worlds are overlapping, or in time and space or whatever, I want to take advantage of trying to gain some knowledge for myself and for humankind, if this is our little window of time to learn that. stuff that the ancients, the Native Americans, people that came before us knew. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it. But again, we're on the, it looks like it could be a hangar. Well, we got big trees up above us.
Yeah.
And so that branch could have, as it's getting dark, I can't see them all. I do see a break on that right side, but again, that's kind of the wrong side for this to land over here. But with a strong enough wind, that could have been the case. But we've got a hanger. If it's a Bigfoot structure, it's a hanger. Definitely a broken off end, not sawed off. And it looks like it was just placed in this tree right over the path here as we walk under it. Don't know. It is a mystery to me. But that is one of the things I want to note, because it's so thick down here. I've really had a hard time finding tree structures or wood structures, whatever you want to call them. I was expecting a lot more, only because of how many I've seen elsewhere in places like Michigan and California, Oregon. But I'm surprised that, like, I found things that could be structures, but I was able to easily kind of, well, I won't say easily, but in my earlier video today, definitely dissect it down into something that was done naturally. A branch that fell, had some weird breaks, but it fell over and landed on two other branches, and so thus, with gravity and speed, even though it was looking to be healthier tree, it snapped. Nothing unusual there. But it was weird because a piece of it formed an X with another piece that had been brought in, and then the main piece of that tree was in three sections. Into this light path and turn around, yeah.
I want to get to this corner.
Yep. And then I'm going to try to walk back in silence.
8 clicks in. Almost a kilometer. We'll be a kilometer in at the end of this bend.
And then, like I said, I think we'll just turn around and I won't do any more narrating. Just walk out with nothing but our foot noise and mics on to pick up the sounds of the forest as it goes into darkness here.
I'm gonna get to this hollow and see what's to the left.
Gotcha. Roger that.
We're just over a kilometer in now. It's 10:21 local time, near dusk. Big sandy trail, Big Thicket, Texas.
Well, there go the cicadas.
Yep, they're singing.
And what I'm going to do is, since you can only film forward, I'm going to film behind on the way back.
Okay.
Which will be a bit of selfieing, but that way we'll have, when I put the two videos together, I can either split screen it or just make them two separate videos showing going forward and what we're seeing, going the other way. Actually,
get to this clearing right here. I'm going to zoom down as far as I can with the thermal.
it's really kind of fascinating that, again, I'm going to try to zoom up, that the canopy only opens up in certain places. And when it does, then you get a little bit of light like this. Get a little light. Like right now overhead. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see the moon right there. In the middle of the screen, but I'm not seeing it on the screen, so I don't know if eyeballs can see that, but there is a crescent moon up there. Waxing crescent moon. Might even be first quarter. All right, I'm going to see, will this let me switch it while filming? Nope, I have to stop it. So I'm going to stop and start a second recording for the walk back out. And on this one, I won't be talking. I'm going to do my best to not talk.